right, I think we're ready to go, man. Yo, cheers, man.
Toast to the podcast. On set live.
Yup. Hey, yo, like you said, man, we're on the set live. It's your man DJ 300 International with my guy.
The takeover, the TAY from the CHI.
You already know DJ Exhale.
Best tagline in the game, man. It is the best tagline in the game. I'm not jealous of a lot of things. I don't like the fact that the takeover doesn't have any sound effects.
I'm gonna make you one, big dog.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
No.
that.
You know what you need? You need take.
I need that. I think I'm gonna sample just Jay-Z's part, like take over to break sober.
Not-
I think I'm gonna do that.
Not for
that's
nothing.
an ill tag.
Not for nothing, but there are two DJs at the table that should be, doing that for you.
I agree. So I didn't want to say that, but I do agree with that. If y'all are listening to us, we are on the set live, and that other voice that you heard that was unfamiliar to you, it's my homie Cashe. We got Cashe in the building, man. What's good? What's up, young sir?
Big Cashe.
Yo, and they got me on this motherfucking tequila early, nigga.
Kill ya.
So you know we gonna be lit.
We're gonna shout out a friend of the podcast. We're gonna shout out to Star BAD because she was mad that when she was here, we had her on whiskey. She's not a whiskey drinker.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? So she wanted some tequila. I can't even say it. Tequila.
Yeah.
Tequila.
We call it tequila.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck.
And we also got to shout out, man, our new multimedia manager, Jonathan.
Yeah,
man. He's
John, a.k.a. Johnny Boy.
Man, Johnny Boy.
My
So
dog,
look,
for sure,
when y'all
man.
start seeing the podcast, man, y'all start seeing on the set everywhere is because Jonathan has pushed us to the 21st century.
The production level is much, much higher.
Yeah. Production level has
word.
gotten higher, you know what I mean? Because it was rough for us at one point. Not rough, but you know what I'm saying? We just got boosted up, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
Shout out to him for that. Cashe, man. Welcome, brother.
What's going on,
How's
man?
it going? Chilling, man.
I'm blessed, man. You know, can't complain.
Yeah, man. So I want to shout out Cashe, man. Cashe is a homie of mine, like a good homie of mine. You know what I'm saying? We met 3 years ago at A3C. Actually, A3C is A3C starting like this week.
Yeah, it is.
So a lot of people just left to go to A3C.
Yeah. I don't mean to cut y'all, but it's a rough week. Like, I don't really like how they got all this shit packed into 1 week. They
And
got
in different
A3C,
places, though.
A3C,
The Hip Hop
BET
Awards.
Hip Hop Awards. Nah, see, it was different when BT Hip Hop Awards was in Atlanta.
In the same city.
At least you could try to hit up both, but now you got A3C in Atlanta, you got BT Hip Hop Awards Miami, then you got Caribbean Carnival in Miami.
Yep.
So everybody was like, yo, you going to
Shout out to
A3C?
Carnival,
Like,
though.
shit. Well, I done did A3C about 2-3 years. I'm trying to walk this red carpet.
Yeah.
and do some media and do some press.
I feel like
so,
this is not to shit on A3C, but I feel like you're becoming beyond A3C until they book you as a feature act.
oh, yeah.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
yeah, because the first year we went for some networking and stuff like that. And I went there by myself and ended up running into you and Breeze and everybody else.
Shout out to Breeze. Breeze just headed up there today, as a matter of fact.
Yo, and for any artist that has never been, I think it's a great experience to go.
Yeah.
To go network and you meet. It's no telling who you bump into up there for A3C. So it's a great experience, and you're gonna learn a lot at the panels. I went to every panel that was there. My first
300,
year.
you familiar with A3C, right?
Yep,
No,
of
it is.
course. Yeah,
It's for a lot of people who don't know, A3C stands for All Three Coasts, and it's a big festival that they do, hip hop festival out in Atlanta, where it is a lot of indie and upcoming artists go out there, but not just artists, whatever it is you do, photography, you manage, whatever it is, you can go out there and you can
learn
run
some
into anybody and everybody because they are all there. You know what I'm saying? So there's a bunch of homies out there, man. I got to shout out my homies actually from Chicago, PMV. There's John Content and Kevin Casanova. They're out there, working with Tree Sound Studios and things like that. So a lot of people are out there getting some work in. Magasi is out there. Breeze just flew out there. A couple other homies. So A3C is a good look because that's where that particular year that you and I met, which is 14, is when I met all of it was the start of my international touring and connections. But it came because I went out there with the mind to network. I was a broke rapper, so I wasn't trying to do what rich rappers were doing in Atlanta. Like my homies was trying to go to Magic City and all that. I was trying to go
renting whips.
all type of shit.
whips
Trying
and
to
stuff.
stunt.
Yeah.
We wasn't stunting.
We
We was
wasn't
going there
stunting
to
at
go
all. We
learn
was
and
working.
network and pass out shit.
Yeah, man. Oh, that's when I got to shout them out as well because they're obviously doing big things. But Chaotic was out there. We did the show with Zoe that year.
Yo, and you
Zoe
know what's
Dollars.
so funny? Everybody that was out there that year is doing so
Everybody.
much big shit this year.
Everybody.
Like it's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
And the fact that, you know, just 4 years later, where we are now is just amazing because, like, we really went up there like, yo, we just want to network.
Yeah,
Try
we
to
was out there
meet,
working.
shake hands and rub shoulders with whoever. And I think that year was the best year because the location where they had it at, this hotel where they had it, was crazy.
Oh, yeah,
in the
'cause
hotel
everything-
where they had it, everything was inside the hotel. You didn't have to leave to go to it. It was there.
Oh, that's dope.
So the
That's
second,
That was actually, I was gonna say that's my favorite part about it as well. When you do these events, the biggest key, go and hang out at the hotel bar. That's the number one rule. What are you in your room for? Taking pictures for IG. And what are you worried about trying to get to Magic City? that night?
Everybody was in the
Go
lobby.
to the hotel bar in the lobby. You gonna
everybody
run into
was in the lobby that year. Right?
Everybody.
But the second year I went, they had moved it.
Yep.
They had moved. I think it was 2016. It was a year. It was right after I had signed my deal, and I went and they moved it. So I was like, oh man, but it was still good because I had shows that year. So the second time I went, like I had shows that year. We went up there. I actually opened up for one of Kevin Gates' artists. I went there, opened up for him. I did a couple other shows, but it was good, man. Like A3C is good, bro. Like it's good to go up there, pass out your material, network, and just learn as much as you can.
Learn, absorb the game, and rub
Because-
elbows, man.
Believe it or not, them people that's doing the panels, they remember faces, bro. Like, you know,
And they remember consistency. Like,
yeah, they do.
right? Like they'll see your face,
Like,
but if they see your face in 2 or 3 places, now they asking the question: why do I keep seeing you?
I keep seeing this dude. Yo, this dude is moving around.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Like A3C is dope. Yeah. So like he was saying, like Takeover was saying, like, you know, we met through a mutual friend.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then ever since then, we just like hit it off. Like I felt like I knew Takeover like my whole life, and then he became my brother. And then, you know, we talk, we text, and we have yet to do a record together. But I think it's all about timing. Like you don't ever want to force nothing, because for me and him, it's not really about rap. It's more so it's way beyond rap. You know what I'm saying? But I think when the time comes, I think we're gonna do something that'll be great
Something
for the
special.
culture.
Something special.
Special and great for the culture. But right now, we're just on our grind and we're trying to get to a certain level. And I think once we get to the level, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's never any pressure. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to Cashe and myself, and it's not a competition thing. It's a mutual respect. You know what I'm saying? I big up this brother every chance I get. You know what I mean? And with you know, proud of him with all the accomplishments that he has so far, and that he's you know, on his way to garnishing. So, you know, it's a good dude right here. And to be real, man, in this game, we meet a lot of people,
And it's very few.
and it's very few that you actually like.
Like,
It's
yeah, like
genuine.
real, like cool dudes is few, man. It's very few. Man.
You know, I'll tell you when Tay first mentioned. Actually, you were one of the first names he mentioned when we were talking about doing this podcast. He was like, "Bro, I got my boy Cashe. You know what I mean? Definitely, you know, we'll get him on, and he's got some fire." So, you know what I'm saying? That's love. So if you guys are just tuning in, we're on the set live. Your man DJ 300 International. I got my man The Takeover.
Yo.
I got my man DJ Exhale in the building.
DJ
and my man John, the new addition to the team, man.
the multimedia manager
Real.
right there.
You know what I
man.
mean? And
Yeah, we
Step
gonna,
this up.
yo, we gonna do this right now. Your
Okay.
new name is Triple M or 3M.
Hey.
Multimedia, man. Your name is 3M from there.
3M?
Go.
3M is your new name. Triple
See,
M.
man, it was gonna
M-
happen
M3.
tonight. Somebody was gonna get you that
M3,
name.
3M.
But you got a new
M3.
name.
We can do M3. I like M3, like a
M3.
BMW.
M3, that's
There
your
you
new
go.
name.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost,
Yeah, he went there.
M3. Hey.
M3.
3M, there we
you
go.
got a new name, yeah.
That's
M3
what's
is
up, man. Wait, well, listen. This episode is sponsored by none other than Flea the dog. You know what I mean?
Shout him out.
Shout out Flea,
And,
man.
and a special extension of that, we got Flea the brand. You know what I'm saying? So that's a designer. He's from Chicago, like that. Like that.
I need me a Flea shirt.
I'm gonna holler
Whoever
at
Flea
him,
is.
man.
Flea nigga, send me some gear, man.
Shout out to Trail Coleman. You know what I'm saying? He's a designer out of Chicago, lives in Arizona, goes to college out there. You know what I'm saying? So you got to shout him out, hit him up. Flea the brand.
For sure. And I got to shout out real quick. I got to shout out my man Smith from XMG.
Oh,
He's locked
XMG
in right now.
Smith, what up, baby?
You know what I mean?
That's
XMG,
the 3D
my dog
glasses,
Smith,
the
what's
3D
good,
glasses
bro?
episode. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Most def. So we're talking to Cashe. He's our special guest today.
What's
and
poppin'?
you know, we're gonna talk everything, man. For those people that haven't had a chance to to know you and know who you are, man. Let's take it back. Like, what's your background? What's your nationality?
Oh man, yo, I'm mixed with a lot of shit.
Oh,
But
yeah?
we're gonna keep it simple. Anyway, my mom's father is Bahamian, but he's mixed with some things. My mom's mother, like, she's like black and like half white or some other shit.
Okay.
Then my
He said
dad's
some other
mom is
shit.
like Indian and black and so much.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right.
So it's a whole lot of shit. But to fast forward, I was born in Santa Barbara, California. I was born on the
Okay.
West Coast, right?
Okay.
Yep.
So my parents were in the military when I was born, so I'm a military brat, right? But I was raised in Liberty City.
Okay.
I grew up in my grandmother's house next to Charles Haley Park. I also went to like Scott Lake, Alapata. I went to Rainbow Park Elementary.
Okay.
I also spent a lot of summers in the Scotts projects before they tore them down. I also spent a lot of weekends and summers in the 40s. And then, eventually, I ended up moving down south. I also was raised in Atlanta for like 5 years.
Okay.
In Decatur off of Candler Road.
Ooh, Lord. Okay.
Damn.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So, and then my older sisters, I got 3 older sisters. So their origins is from New York. So just a lot of culture, you know what I'm saying? Like mixed into one. And then growing up, like, there was a lot of music going on in my house. Like my pops has this big record collection. So me growing up, I'm listening to Anita Baker, Patti LaBelle, Kenny G. I'm listening to all the early the LL Cool J, My Radio album, and Eric B. and Rakim Paid in Full album. Like I'm growing up off of this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So all this music, like I couldn't help but be musically inclined and just soak all that up. And then I was breakdancing as a youngin. I won
We
a
all
lot.
were, weren't we?
Which
I
is
mean, I
weird,
was.
which is weird though, because I wouldn't describe you as a person with rhythm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yo, listen.
See, yeah, look,
Yo,
look.
listen. Dancing was my first shit. Listen, as a youngin, like my dad would put me in like these breakdance contests that was on the bass and shit like that. So I would win these contests. I was spinning on my head and doing all this shit.
Damn,
as a
all right.
shorty, at like 4 or 5 years old, I was
Right.
spinning on my head and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing that, but not knowing what I was really like into this hip hop culture, but I was in it like from young, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? But not really knowing like what it was. But what really like gravitated me towards like, this hip hop thing, man, the first time I seen LL on TV, I saw this his video for I'm Bad. And I was like, yo, whatever he is,
You need to be that.
I'm trying to be like that.
Right.
I don't know what that is, but whatever that is, I want some
It's
of
gonna
that.
happen.
Was it because he's light skinned?
No, nigga.
Okay.
Fuck all that. yo, and what's so crazy is that I remember the video vividly, him jumping off these speaker boxes and he had on a track suit with the Kango hat and
Yeah.
the sneakers with no laces and these gold chains. I'm like, yo, and this nigga with that, and the way he's moving and the way he rapping, I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to be like that, like, you know what I'm saying? And that was like real early on, like in my age. And then once I started like writing at like 8-9 years old, like it wasn't writing to pursue it. It was more so writing because I'm a big ass introvert. So
Okay.
so for me it was just expression and just getting out the emotions and just not knowing that later on I was gonna really like fall in love
Like
with
really
this
do
shit.
this, yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
That's real cool, man. So you said you started writing at 8?
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember your first rhyme?
Yo.
And be real, as we always say for every artist.
And let me tell you,
was it trash?
No, it wasn't trash. Let me tell you why it wasn't trash.
Okay.
Because I have a stepbrother named Quest, and Quest. is
Wait,
like a couple-
Sylvan?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. My stepbrother's from the Bronx. Quest Fire, right? So he was rapping like. So one night we in the crib and he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna show you how to write bars," because I never knew how to write bars. He was like, and I can't remember word for word, but it was dope. Like it was because I was short, so I was rapping about how short I was and how I hit niggas in the kneecap and all shit get broke when I you feel me?
Don't be pointing at me like I'm short too, bro. Like,
Yo, so like he helped me write like my first like I like it wasn't really my first rhyme, but he showed me like how to structure bars.
Yeah.
At that point, because I didn't know what bars was. I was just writing. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody remember that. Every
Yeah.
rapper remembers that because it's just
Yeah.
right. You don't be thinking about the structure
just
of
right.
what the song is.
So I pay homage to him because he taught me how to bar structure. Once I learned how to bar structure,
Shout out to Quest.
then I dived into Webster Dictionary and I'm soaking up all the words and I'm using every word with as many syllables as I can.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Because around that time I think like cannabis was like the man. And I'm listening to cannabis. I'm like, yo, how does he make all these big ass words rhyme?
But LL did kill him.
LL did kill him, but he's the fucking GOAT, nigga. What you expect?
He's one of the
Yeah, for
goats.
real.
He's
That
one of
nigga's the
goats.
fucking GOAT. You know what
One
I'm
of the
saying? Like
goats.
he's the first rapper to ever use GOAT.
goat. Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
for all you young
People
niggas,
got to put respect on
Yo, yo,
LL's
yo,
name, bro.
Yo,
They
moment
have
aside,
to.
for all you young niggas that's using the GOAT shit, nigga, LL Cool J
He
was
was
the
the
first
first
one to
one.
ever use greatest of all time,
Yeah.
nigga.
That's real.
That's history, nigga, for you young niggas that don't know. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, man, like I studied, man, from LL to Big Daddy Kane to Rakim, and then once I started diving into the J's and the Bigs and the Nas's and the Big L's and these guys, like I really fell in love with artists that were lyrical artists, you know, and Scarface and Bun B and 8 Ball and
Good job shouting them out too, because a lot of times, a lot of people know that they're legends, but people usually gravitate to the J's, the Bigs. They'll even say Pac. Almost never do they mention a Scarface, a Bun,
Oh,
Eight
yo.
Ball, MJG.
Yo,
like MJG was one of our favorites from the South, bro.
MJG, yo, it wasn't too many lyrical in them days, but you had MJG, Bun B, you got Scarface, and a lot of people don't know that the DOC from NWA is
Yep.
originally
Yep.
from Texas,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
He's
Yep.
originally from Texas,
Yep.
right? So when it came to NWA, it was a DOC, Ice Cube, and MC Ren.
Right.
Yep.
As the
Right.
writers. As the writers. Yep.
Like them guys from the West Coast, I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? And then when the Dog Pound came out, you know, Snoop and Corrupt was the guys, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I really was really attached to like lyrical artists, and I was really studying the game, and I was studying these artists and their styles, and you know what I'm saying? And I think that's what kind of like helped me become the type of artist that I am. And I really like respect the craft,
Yeah.
and I really want to perfect the craft. And there's really no ceiling to when you're an artist to how good you can get.
Right.
Because as I'm really a studio rat, and even at this point, I find myself I'm still evolving, and I'm still getting better and better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
I can see those influences in your videos, man.
Oh.
I guess.
Oh yeah,
real
yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
Yo,
Real
like,
shit.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like I think in this era, I think a part of the disconnect between this new generation and where we come from is that there's no paying of homage, right? So for me, even though I'm from this, but I'm coming in at this time, I think it's important for me to like to kind of introduce what made
Like be a
me-
bridge a little bit.
to be that bridge, but to introduce it, but to introduce it in a way that they can relate and digest it in a way. You know what I'm saying? So when they see like, yo, you know, they're like, yo, man, like that's different. That's not a part of this new wave. Like, where the fuck does that come from?
Right.
So when I tell them like this come from the Nas's and the
Yep.
and these guys, like that's where I get it from. So that's my
Right.
way of kind of introducing. And that new video I dropped, that luxury rap, like when you hear that horn sample, by the way, Nixon on the track.
Shout out to Nixon.
Nixon on the track produced that
Another
record.
homie.
Yeah,
He's another homie.
Another homie.
Shout out to Nixon on the track.
Yo, let me tell you, like, you know, just paying homage, like that record put me in 1995, 96.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of the song. Remember that video that Jay and Big shot, and they shot it on South Beach? It was in like black and white. They were sitting in that cafe.
Yeah.
I can't think of what it's called.
Isn't it Brooklyn's Finest?
Yes.
might-
Is it
yeah,
Brooklyn's
yeah,
Finest?
that's it.
That's
Yep.
it. So
Yep.
look, right? When I first heard, I'm like, yo, this shit remind me of Jay and Big on the beat. And when I wrote the record, I was like, yo, this shit sound vintage.
Yeah, it do.
It sound vintage. And I told my cousin, which is my video guy, shout out to Jazz Royce. I hired him a year ago. You know what I'm saying?
Jasby, he puts in amazing work for you, bro.
Yeah, hey,
Amazing
Listen,
work.
And he's young. He's in college, and this is what he's going to school for. And when I hire him, I say, listen, man, I can't give you $1 million, money like that, but I can give you an opportunity, right? And at that time, he ain't have no clientele, no nothing like that. But as soon as we started putting out videos, his clientele jumped through the roof.
Of course it did.
And his videos got better. So
of course it did. Just
in a year's span, he's so far ahead of everybody he's going to school with. But, like, I just told him my vision for the video. I'm like, yo, I'm going to rock this Versace shirt. I'm finna take it back to 1996 for these niggas, right?
Chest out, didn't
you? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but it just feels different. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody is doing the same thing. Right now, they sound the same. They look the same. They all use the same drugs and shit.
Yep.
So, you know what I'm saying? So I just really wanted to give a different vibe. Like, listen, man, like, coming with something different, especially coming from Miami where, everything is rooted the same. Like, where Miami is known for club and street. That, you know what I'm saying? But
I fuck with stick music though, by the way.
We have so much more other than that. Like, but it's just that nobody has yet to like really break through.
Right.
Break through and really like
and
create a lane from here.
Outside because you got the mainstays, right? The usual names from Trick, Trina, things like that.
Ross
and Ross is Ross, as far as straight hip hop, is the biggest one. Then you got Pitt and Flow Rider on the more pop and international tip.
Yo, but niggas don't know. Like, yo, let's keep it 100.
Pitt used to get it in.
Pitbull can really rap.
Yeah,
He started out battling niggas, right? Ross, when he in Slip and Slide days, he was rapping like a New York nigga. Don't ever get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? So for niggas who really don't know the homework on Ross, like, Ross rap like a real New York nigga.
Yes,
and he was ghostwriting for a lot of New York niggas, right?
Yep.
So you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, man, like, but I just think like nobody has really tapped into this lane over here, like,
right.
So, but all it takes is one to break through that lane, and then once one breakthrough, then you know what I'm saying.
That's what's up.
The floodgates open.
Yeah, the floodgates gonna open.
Yo, so when you at what age did you start hitting the studio and like?
Yo, let me tell you,
recording?
my first time hitting the studio, I think I was like 19. I was 19 because I went to the military after I graduated high school. So my first duty station was in Virginia. Norfolk,
yeah.
And,
shout out to them.
And I got introduced to this guy, this older dude. He had a studio in his crib. And my first time recording, he had the mic in his bathroom. You know how that go. And my first time hearing myself on record, I was like, oh, shit. Like, I don't sound bad. Like, and after that, like, I don't know. I think that shit became a drug after that. Like, you hear yourself. And I just wanted to rap forever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, let's do another one. Let's do it. And I was doing everything on the spot. He was like, God damn. I'm like, yeah, nigga, let's keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was my first time. And then I ended up doing my first demo. I'm riding around Norfolk. I'm just burning CDs and doing all type of shit. And I'm just passing them out. I'm going on Norfolk U campus and I'm passing shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Getting your J. Cole on.
Yeah.
Cole did that.
And not really knowing what the fuck I'm doing. I just wanted to be
trying
heard.
to get it out there.
Right.
Yeah. Like, I just wanted to be heard at that time.
That's what's up, man. So a few years back, you dropped an album, right?
Yeah, but I had like 3 projects before that.
Before that one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So walk us through some of those projects.
Oh man, my first ever mixtape was called it was dropped under the name, I was called Young Kels back then. Right, and it was called
Young R. Kelly. Young R. Kelly.
Kelly's his real name.
Young Kels, and the name of the mixtape was called
Piss You Off.
I think I'm in the building, right?
It wasn't called Piss You Off?
Man, hell no. Okay. So that shit was called I'm in the building. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to my cousin G,
I can't make fun of nobody from Chicago.
Moomba, Sean, and all them guys and Spec and them guys, and we was really grinding back then. And I had a mixtape and we was pushing that, and then I think the following mixtape after that, I had Top 5 Dead or Alive. That was hosted by DJ Silent. Shout out DJ Silent. And I was with my boy Osiris, Mr. Tycoon. And we put that out there. And then after Top 5 Dead or Alive, then came New Year, New Face, New Money. I dropped that, and then after that came Snapbacks and Backpacks, right? And then after that, after Snapbacks, and then came the album after that, because I dropped the album in 2015. So that was my first like album and really putting it up for sale and selling the project. You know what I'm saying? I put that album together. I invested in that album by myself. I did everything. You know what I'm saying? Myself, and that was I took my time on that album, man. It took me a while to really put that together, and I got some good feedback off of that. And that's the album that got me my deal, to be honest.
I'm about to say that was the breakthrough.
Yeah, that was the breakthrough.
Nice. That's what's up, man. So
yeah, that's the one that had one of my joints on there, right? Black Excellence.
Which song was that?
I'm feeling extra black today.
Oh yeah, the Black Excellence record.
Yeah.
Yo, that record could actually be a big record, and
I think it's a record you should revisit. Be honest.
To be honest, I might revisit that record. There's a lot of records that I'm gonna use off that because that album wasn't up. That album was up for a year, then we end up taking it down. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm gonna do is the records that fit for when I release the album like an album. Yeah. The project that the debut project I'm releasing now is gonna be an EP. When I release that first album, it's a lot of records off there, like a couple records that I'm gonna use, like Grammy Speech.
Grammy Speech, that one probably dope. Man,
no, that's outdated.
Okay, that's fair.
No, that's outdated.
I fucks with that song.
Yeah,
though.
no, he like dope.
I fucks with that shit.
Yo, listen, like a lot of people say, yo, that dope record, blah, blah, blah. And you know, like to me, well, it's just me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people tell me, that dope still rap, but I be like, it's outdated to me.
Well, because you know we have to. It's a tough thing for us as artists, right? We have these songs forever. They just
before they even release.
Before they release, we didn't heard them a million times or whatever. So by the time the world hears it, and then to be real, keeping it all the way 100, the world don't really hear it, right? You put it out and a couple of people hear it.
Yo,
it is what it is, right?
Facts.
So a couple people hear it, but to you it's already old as shit.
But if you put that bitch out when you're at when you're at a level,
exactly.
that shit could blow up.
That's new
so you know what? So
to
let me
people.
shut the fuck up because actually, to be honest,
the point. That's new to
the
people.
world ain't here yet.
Do you know, not to make it about me, do you know that my daughter's in here? My daughter is 7 years old. Do you know that Fly Kwando is older than my daughter? It's 2 months older than my daughter.
Yeah.
And that's a record that whenever I go do wherever I go do my shows, I have to perform Fly Kwando.
Yeah.
Imagine how old that is to me.
Yeah.
That's just old as
but it's
fuck
new
to
the world.
But it's new to the world.
That's crazy.
And so it was a thing that I had to learn as well. Because again, you only have the handful, the small audience that do fuck with you, that hear the record. But you got like the world has to hear it, and
so
the world's embracing
it's like
it.
so much material that the world ain't really like.
It's so much, man. We sit on a lot of records, and I know you work diligently.
Oh yeah.
So I know you got just records that you're just sitting on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A whole lot of shit. Man, listen, just from the moments when I signed my deal and I decided I don't want to do anything but sit in the studio and create. I sat in the studio for like a year and a half and just created.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
let's talk about that. Take us through that, through you getting your deal and how that whole thing, kind of unfolded for you.
Where the deal manifested because
Look at him using words like manifest.
That
dictionary.
Through a friend of mine, his name is DJ Mix, but I know him as Aubrey, and he was what happened was he started DJing for Kevin Little at one time, and we never really talked all the time, but this particular time we talked, and he was like, "Yo, I'm DJing for Kevin Little." It was just a random conversation. I didn't really think nothing of it, but me and him was trying to do some work together. He's like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna be on the road." Boom. So I ended up hearing from like months later. He called me out of the blue. He's like, "Yo, I just became head A&R at Kevin's label. They're gonna expand it. They're looking for artists. Just send me some records. Like send me like 3-4 records." I was like, "All right, whatever." I wasn't thinking of nothing. I'm like Kevin Little, so good.
Right.
Yeah.
So what records did you send them? What?
I sent them some records off of the album, off of the Wish Me Well album. I sent them like Grammy Speech. I sent them Glory. I sent them Chasing Dreams. I think I sent them Dope or Black Excellence or something like that. You know what I'm
By
saying?
the way, that album is on all major platforms
No,
right now,
no,
right?
they had to take it down.
We
Oh, you
it
took it
Because
down?
of his
Oh.
new situation.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
We took
okay.
it down. We took it down. We took it down. Only ones we left up was Dope and Black Excellence.
Oh, okay,
We
got
left
it.
those
got it.
up. Everything else was
But those are off the album, though, right?
Yeah.
Those are, okay, cool.
yeah. And you know, so you know, I sent the songs, and then I got a call like 2 days later, like, yo, they want to meet you. I'm like, for real? I'm like, all right then. Well, this doesn't mean let's see. You know, I really wasn't expecting nothing. You know, so we had the meeting. You know, I went to the label
This
office.
is you and Kevin Little
yeah
having a meeting.
It's me, Kevin Little's wife, Jackie, aka Boss Lady, and we sat in there. You know, I'm playing the music, and actually, his wife, which handles all the business for the label, she's the one who heard the music first. Kevin, he didn't hear the music yet, so he's hearing the music for the first time in the meeting. So you know, playing the music for him, and he's like this. And
I was about to say, did he do the typical like label exec
Straight face
where they
shit?
got the straight face the whole time?
Well, he usually has a straight face. That's normal. But he was bobbing.
Okay,
So I knew
that's
once
a
he
good
was bobbing,
sign. Once they bob,
Yeah, like I'm like, yo, in my mind, I'm like, I got the soca dude bobbing.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's bobbing and he's listening, and the rest was history after that. Like, you know, the rest was history after that. And you know, a lot of people, after I made the decision to sign to Kevin Little, a lot of people was like, what are you doing? You know, I don't know. I don't think that's gonna work for you. You know, I was like, but for me, I saw the opportunity. I saw how big I could take the opportunity.
Yeah.
Because I think at the end of the day, I feel like the opportunity all depended on me at the end of the day.
Of course.
And what I could make of it, right?
Exactly.
And then I had already been, you know, doing my diligence as far as, you know, researching what type of deals that would fit me
Work
or what
for
I
you,
would
yeah.
like and things of that nature. So once I got the paperwork and I'm reading, oh wow, like, yo, 80-20 split,
which is unheard of, by
which
the way.
is unheard of.
Wow.
Eight-
Artists, I hope you just heard. You said something real key though. You said I went and looked up and,
Oh, yeah.
and tried to find, you know what I mean, the information of a deal that would be right for you. And I think that's important, right? I mean,
that's extremely important
Yeah.
because you don't want to be out here like goddamn TLC and they pay you with a RAV4. You feel me? Like,
Yo,
10 million records, you got these brand new RAV4s. Oh, sorry, shout out. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, XL. What do you think?
I endorse RAV4 fully.
Yep.
Great car. Brings my stuff to all my gigs. I'm able to DJ every
Yep.
weekend. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Taylor.
hey, yo, let me tell you, like, when I started researching and I saw how many different deals there were, it's like 7-8 different types of deals. And I'm like, oh, wow. You know what I'm saying? So I'm researching these deals and things of that nature. So once I got the paperwork and I'm reading this over, before I ever sent it to a lawyer, I'm reading it. And I'm like, oh, excuse me, 80-20 split. I get to keep my masters. The only masters I don't keep is the songs that they release, that they mix and master and release.
Right.
But I keep everything else that don't get released. They're my masters, and I get up to 70% publishing.
Like,
I'm like, well, shit. If I sign to,
that's another key.
I'm like, yo, if I sign to a major, the major takes my masters and my publishing off the rip.
Off top.
I'm like,
Okay. You make it at a major. A decent deal is about 20% of your publishing.
yeah, like, listen,
You know what I mean? Like, that's decent at a major.
that's decent.
What?
And not even that, but not just that, but shit. Even a percentage split when it comes to the royalties, right? Like,
Yeah.
you like, oh, shit. At the most, they getting 20-30%. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting an 80-20 split. So I'm like, yo, like, okay, you know. And for all the people that's asking, no, I didn't get an advance. A lot of people ask me, I get advance, but I didn't want one.
right.
You know, because
Explain to them exactly
Why?
what an advance is
Oh.
and why you didn't want, because they don't
Okay.
understand that.
So to all the artists that's watching, or to just the people in general, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Well, when artists get an advance and you hear about these artists is getting a $2-3 million advance, you know, that's not pocket money, by the way. That's budget.
And that's a loan.
A loan budget. So basically, it's no different from you going to the bank
Yep.
and you getting a loan from the bank, right? But when you get a loan from the bank, you are already, from the moment you take that loan, you're in debt. You
Yep.
are in the red,
Yep.
right? So if I'm an artist and I'm about to sign a deal with a major label, do I really want to start off $4 million in debt, right? So if I take that $4 million, before I ever receive a royalty, that $4 million has to be paid back in full. Before I ever receive a royalty
A single
check.
royalty before you get anything
Before
back.
I get anything back, right?
They coming for that $4 million.
Now, let's take it to the fact of the 360 because of. Can I say this? Or should I, no, I'm gonna just be 100 because of the quality of hip hop music has been lowered.
Yeah, and the way people consume music, now.
And the way people consume music and album sales, depending on who you are, album sales are not that great, right? So now the 360 said, well, the labels is like, shit, I got to get my money back. How do we get our money back? These artists is making so much money outside of just sales. They get money from shows. They getting money from getting outside deals and things like that. Okay, well, we're going to take a percentage of all this shit.
I need some of all of that.
Listen, if I'm going to be investing all this money into blowing you up, I need to get my I need to get my percentage, right? So, yeah, man. So I just laid out all these facts. I'm like, man, like this is a great opportunity.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? I said, I may not be getting no money up front, but that's cool. I could tough it out. I done toughed it out this long.
Right.
I done been broke for a long time. Me and being broke a year or two, however long it takes for me to really
to really push
break.
through.
I'm like, I could stay broke.
A lot of people shit on their opportunities because there's not a check attached to it.
Oh yeah, but the greatest opportunities don't come with no check.
They don't.
It leads you to the check.
It leads you to the check, but it don't come with the check because at the end of the day, most of those checks it's a loan. It's something you got to repay it back.
You got to repay it back, but
You
all
feel
money
me?
ain't good money.
Yep.
So you know what I'm
That's
saying.
100.
So for me, I made the choice to take the sacrifice and be like, okay, well, if you're gonna make this choice, just know you gotta really bust your ass. And that's what I wanted to do, man. So after I signed the deal, I came to the conclusion. I'm like, yo, I don't want to do shit. I don't want to do no shows. I don't want to go to no clubs. I don't want to do no. I don't want to do shit, but be in the studio and try to create the best music that I can create.
Right.
So, yeah, I stayed in there for a good while, man. And shout out.
When did you sign the deal? What year?
This was October 2016.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So October is making my 2-year mark. You know what I'm saying? And I just made my debut May 4th with Ring the Alarm. That's my debut release record.
Fire.
And
Yep.
yo, let me tell you
Fire.
how that came about.
Fire.
I had Ring the Alarm, the original by Tennasaw, is one of my favorite reggae records. And I always said for years I had the idea that I wanted to sample this record whenever the time was right.
Right.
So shout out to Nixon on the track and Miami Beatwave. Those are my two main producers. I go to them first before I go to anybody else.
And they're I don't want to say it like this, but they're local legends in their own right.
Oh,
especially
hell yeah.
Beatwave. You know what I mean?
Yo.
Miami Beatwave is like the young goats out here.
Shout out to Miami Beatwave.
You know what I mean?
AKA Brandon. I've been
Yeah,
working
man.
with Miami Beatwave for 6-7 years, almost 10 years now.
And they work with a lot of the underground artists who are right on the cusp of breaking through.
Yeah.
B-Wave has worked with them. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Nixon has worked with them. So shout out to them for that.
Shout out to them, man. And I remember when I signed my deal, I told Brandon, I said, listen, man, hey, I'm gonna try to.
Got this opportunity.
I got this opportunity. I'm gonna try to
Finesse that in there.
My thing is for the people. It's very few, but for the people that was around me, working with me for years. No matter if shout out to DJ FX, who's been doing my graphics for almost 10 years. I can't give people a check, but I could create opportunities.
Right.
So when I went to my label, I said, look, I got 2 producers, my Beatwave. These are the guys who I want to work with. They're like, okay. I went to my label. I told them, I said, well, I got a guy who been doing my graphics for almost 10 years. That's the guy who won't do my graphics.
Yeah.
So this is how I'm creating opportunities,
Right.
income coming in, shit like that. So working on this album, Nixon has his hands on 3 records. Miami Beatwave has his hands on my intro to the album, and then you got three miscellaneous producers that's on 3 other records. But I remember me and Nixon in the studio. We was in the studio for a while. We getting in the studio 3 days a week, and we in there 6-7 hours cooking up 6-7 hours in the studio every time we go. And I say, man, listen, it's my mission, man. I'm trying to make you a millionaire sometime in 2018. You know what I'm saying? And I told him, I got this idea, man, for this record. And I told him, told him the concept for the record, which is Ring the Alarm. And then I went to Kevin. I said, Kevin, I got an idea for a record. I think I might want you to jump on. So, Kevin like, okay, well, once you create it, then you bring it back.
Right.
So me and Nixie went in. We cooked it up. And then, he heard it. We actually cooked up the record. I recorded my verses at Miami Beatway Studio. And
House of Dreams.
Yeah, at House of Dreams. Shout out House of Dreams.
Just another spot,
Illusion.
Yep. Shout out DJ Illusion. That's my dog.
You know what I'm saying? So I recorded my verses and shit. And I took the record back to Kevin, and Kevin liked it, the record. And then
he didn't like the record. He liked it. The record.
He liked it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then once he did his thing on the record, me and Nick was like, yo, this shit could be big. Like this just ain't no hip hop record. Mm-hmm. This could be a crossover to other genre type of record. So so yeah, man. So there you have it. Then we got Ring the Alarm, but my album, I finished the album. Then we presented it to the label, and the label was like, "Shit, you got like 4 records on here that could go." You know what I'm saying? So so my debut project is just about done. But but for me, I'm a perfectionist, and he is, so he can understand what I'm about to say. Ain't shit done until you turn that bitch in,
and it's even then.
Even then, it's not done.
You be like, goddamn,
it's not done until that shit hits the
hit the shelves, hit the market. Yep,
market. You know what I'm saying? So even now, I'm in my mind, I'm tweaking. I'm still finding ways to like tweak it, or if I want to add something or anything to make it better. I'm all about quality. It's all about quality over the quantity.
Of course.
For me as an artist, you got artists that like to put out.
But they record a mixtape in one session, bro.
Yeah. And the thing is, like a lot of people is really on this. Yo, I don't write. You know what I'm saying?
We talked about this though.
Yo, and let me tell you, I saw a soundbite of the Wayne interview he just did on
with Jimmy Fallon.
So right. So, I think a lot of people get it confused and they think Wayne just going there, he just freestyles. No, Wayne listens to the beat and he thinks. He writes it. He just don't write it down.
He said it in the milli. I write it on a tablet in my mind.
Yeah, he writes it here. And Jay. Same thing. Jay. So Jay might sit there for like 15, 20 minutes and he's mumbling. He's just not writing it down on paper. He's still writing the record. He's just not writing it down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of people get it confused and they think, these guys go in there and they just freestyle these records. That shit is not happening.
I mean, it can happen. Like I want shout out to like King Los. King Los is like a god level freestyler, right?
Yo, but even King though.
Yeah.
King will go in there and he'll mumble some shit and then he'll go back and
I was gonna say that. So if people really understand the recording process,
the process of it is
because
crazy.
The process is a lot different than what people think
it is,
right? So the recording process. So you might freestyle up an idea, and if we freestyle up an idea, we'll get to a point where we don't necessarily have a word, so we'll mumble through it. So we'll have the cadence, then we'll figure out the words later. Because we talked about that. I want to say it was with XMG. We talked about the whole thing of not writing. Yeah. And as you progress in this game, you start realizing just how whack that is. Because honestly, by the time it hits the market, no one cares if you wrote it or not. If it's trash,
it's trash. Yo, so my thing is like, and for me, my process of writing it just depends on the day. Like, because if it's a very, very good day, I might come up with some shit where I don't have to physically put it down. Like, I might already have the idea in my head. I might already have the record in my head. I might not, but my memory is kind of shot sometimes. So I gotta put that bitch in my phone before I forget.
My brother.
Yeah.
Yo, I might have to hurry up and put that bitch in my phone. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think writing is essential. Writing it down and really taking your time with each bar. I'm such an out the box thinker when it comes to writing my bars, and I might think of something this way. Okay, well, how can I say it 3 different ways?
Right.
And then that's how I come up with double entendres and triple entendres and things like that. So that's what I'm into, because I remember hearing Jay, and I hear Jay say something that shit mean like 3 or 4 different things.
That's the goat for me. Shout out the whole. That's the goat for me.
Right. And I'd be like, damn, like, how does he? I remember being young, like, how does he do that? Like, how does he make something mean 3, 4 different things at once?
Yep.
Right. And then as I progressed as a writer, I noticed naturally it just started coming, and I started doing it, and my mind became accustomed to thinking that way. So even if I wanted to go in there and just da-da-da-da-da. Okay, say
Which-
the first thing that come to my mind,
which isn't hard.
which isn't hard, but my mind be like, okay, dude, shit, man, you could say something better than that. Okay, you might could say this better. So I'm still gonna go back to the pad and be, okay, I might could say it better. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, I think everybody has a different process in writing music and creating the music. You know what I'm saying? And it just depends on the vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's funny. Like I was as we talking about how we write. Like I want you to look at this. So I do the voice notes things. I don't physically write. But look at what the top one says. It says I like it mumble, because I had an idea and I just kind of mumbled through it, and then I just figure out the words. You know, when I need to figure out the words. So it's, you know, first of all, every artist has a different process. At the end of the day, whatever process works for you and allows you to be the most productive is the one you should go with. But do not hang your hat on not writing if whatever you didn't write was trash. Because it doesn't matter at the end of the day by the time it hits the market's ears. You feel me?
That's real. That's real. Yo, if you guys are just tuning in, this is On The Set Live. It's your man DJ 300 International, along with my guy, The Takeover.
The TAY from the CHI.
Plus, we got my man at DJ Exhale. Follow him on that IG. Big shout out to my man John, a.k.a. Johnny Boy, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
M3.
Real talk.
M3.
M3.
M3 right there.
Cash gave him that name, nigga. What's
Yeah,
good?
man.
Yeah.
Shout out to M3.
For real. And like, as always, you know, this episode is brought to you by our sponsor, Flea the Dog.
Yeah, man.
Leo the dog.
Leo.
But we like to call him Fleo. You
It's
know
all
what
the
I mean?
bitches in the complex.
Yep, got them all.
And also, Flea the brand. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
So shout out to a young urban designer out of Chicago, Trell Coleman. Lives in Arizona, goes to school out there. So shout out to you, young sir. Keep bringing on that flyness. Cash said, holler at him, man. You want some Flea the brand, and Cash
Yeah,
be
man.
everywhere,
Send me
man.
a snapback cup
You know,
of tea.
Cash,
you know what
Cash
I'm
be
saying?
everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to
Yep.
holler at him about that.
And in case you guys didn't know, also October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Right, Tay?
Yeah,
So,
it is.
you know, we are shining light on what's happening, and we want to shout out two special young ladies that came through. You guys might want to check out that episode. It's very empowering for women. This one's for you, and not just for women, but, you know, for everyone.
Well, yeah, it's not just incumbent upon women to be the only ones bringing awareness to this. You feel me? So it is our job as men and as leaders of households to make sure that we're putting forth the right message as well, and that we're in support of our women, our sisters, our mothers, our daughters. That's extremely important.
Most definitely. So
You dig.
In case you guys didn't know, they have their first annual banquet happening, right?
Yep.
October
A masquerade
27th.
on the 27th.
You know, it's a masquerade ball. So if you guys want to be a part of that, make sure you check them out at Nest of Love on IG. You know what I mean? So go ahead, support them. You know.
Show some love. It's actually at Nessa Foundation. I'm sorry, at Nest of Love Foundation. Samantha _Gill. And also Pure Hollywood Beauty on IG.
Yes, sir.
Make sure y'all follow him. But yo, we're sitting here and we're vibing out with my man Cash, and Cash got
my dog,
some fire
man.
music, man. Give him your IG, man. Let him know.
Oh man, my IG is I am Cash, which is IAMCASHE. IAMCASHE. You know what I'm saying? You can follow me. I follow back, comment. I talk back to people.
Dope.
You know.
Dope. So why don't we do a little this or that, man? Let's see where
what Cash
Cash's
is.
mind is, man.
We do a little thing called this or that. We just, get a couple. We throw some options out there. You tell us which one you prefer. You feel me? And then we just kind of
Word.
We kind of go from there.
I'm with it.
Now you're a fashionable guy,
Yeah.
okay? Gucci or Versace?
Hey.
You know what?
Hey, he came in with
I know.
the Gucci bag.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Gucci
Yo,
bag. You know what I'm saying?
so-
He's a fashionable guy. As long as
I
I've known
know,
this guy.
hey.
Yo, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I see.
Gucci, but I'm gonna have to. And this is, I'm gonna tell you why this might. I'm gonna have to go with Versace, and I'm
Okay.
gonna tell you why. Two reasons. They got the classic Versace shirts,
Like the silk joint that
And
wave
hip-hop
in the
culture,
wind. It waves in the wind,
This
baby.
is classic. And then these new 2 Chainz Versace sneakers is the
yeah.
shit. I need me a pair
I ain't
of
seen
them.
them
The
yet.
chain reaction.
The fucking
I ain't
chain
seen
reaction.
them
Them
yet.
shits is
Oh,
so
man.
hard. Them shits is
Yeah.
hard.
So they done by Chains, like
Yeah,
2
he
Chains.
designed by
Yeah,
Chainz.
he
He designed them?
Listen,
Shout out to him for that.
Them shit's hard. I'm like, yo, I need me a pair.
Chains, is one of he's gonna be. I mean, there's Godfathers of trap rap, but Chainz is gonna be one of the goats of trap rap.
Oh yeah,
because I feel like he's one of the ones that slept on a lot. They don't want
what?
to
Yo,
I really
they
rock
don't
with
want to
Chainz.
give him props as an MC though.
It was just weird to me because he gets it in.
If you listen to that Player Circle album,
Yeah.
he's lyrical on that album.
And you could tell he was the one carrying that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to was it Dollar Boy? That's his name. Because obviously he was needed as well. But Chainz, you can understand why Chainz has a career after the fact. You feel me?
Like he's like super dope, like super dope as an MC.
Yeah, man.
I just think they're I don't know, man.
Yeah, they're dope. Now I heard recently that Versace sold the company.
To
Who
got it? Michael Kors? Was that?
Yes.
Yeah, is it?
Yes.
Something like that, right?
Yeah, Michael Kors.
Is that
got it.
crazy or
So,
what?
so you ready to get like you and a lady friend matching bags? Or
Yo, I'm not with the purses.
okay, all right. No, it's called a man bag.
A satchel,
A satchel.
whatever you want to call it.
You just came from
The
Europe.
only- yo,
Did you see that
yeah.
over there? They have satchels galore over there.
Yo, let me tell you, the only thing that I don't know, I'm too grown for it, but back in the day when I was young, I rocked it, which was the fanny packs. Everybody had the fanny pack when we was growing up.
Yeah.
I see these styles coming
Yeah,
back.
they're back.
But I don't know about the satchel and the purse. I don't know if I can wear it how they wearing it, like constantly.
I mean, you're a fashionable guy. Like I expect you to have a satchel. How about what if Versace paid you to wear that satchel?
I mean, now they give me
It's
a check.
different. It's different, huh?
Now they give me a check and they gonna let me rock it the way I want to rock
Uh-huh.
it. Yeah,
They gonna say rock it right under your breast line. Then
Nah,
what?
we ain't gonna wear it
Then
under the
what?
breast on none of that.
tell you
We
something.
gonna wear it
Let me
like
tell you
how
something.
dudes
Let me tell you something.
over one shoulder.
Let me tell you
Or I can
something.
hold it like this.
If
I'ma
they
wear that
pay
shit
me
like a
enough,
man.
I'll wear it covering my nipples. It wouldn't bother me one bit. Wouldn't
This
bother me
nigga.
one bit.
All for the check, huh?
Wouldn't bother me one bit.
All for the
Now
check.
we know what kind of morals you got, bro.
Oh man.
I can definitely be bought off. You know what I'm saying? I'll never hide that. All right, so you just came from overseas. This is your first international tour, right?
Yeah, crazy.
Okay, so do you prefer or this or that, right? Underground hip hop in the U.S. or grime music, which for people who don't know is underground hip hop music in London.
I haven't really dived into the grime. I mean, I've listened to it. I just haven't dived into it deep enough.
Uh-huh.
But I'm gonna go with my people over here back home.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with this over here.
I mean, it's because it's what you're familiar with.
Yeah.
Did you get a little taste of it while you was over there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. Yeah,
What-
yeah. Well, because I was already familiar with Gigs, and I'm familiar
Yeah.
with Chip, and I'm familiar with a couple.
Skepta,
Yeah.
Chip, yeah.
Yeah. But Chip is like my favorite UK rapper. Period.
I met Chip out in the show we did in Croatia.
Yo,
So
Chip is like
he's actually way more lyrical than people want to give him credit for.
yeah,
Way more lyrical.
yeah. I wish.
His situation with Tip worked out.
Yeah, man. I wish that would have worked. Cause I think he would have. I think he would have really like blew
What
this
if they
market
did a
over
joint?
here.
What if they did a joint album, Chip and Tip?
Nah.
Nope.
Nah.
Okay, that was a bad one.
Yo, and shout out to Stefflon Don. too.
Shout out to Stefflon Don.
Actually,
Heard you got a new girl.
I might end up.
Yeah, like that.
I might end up kind of getting her on something.
Do that. Make that happen.
Yeah. I'm seriously thinking about doing a
Dang,
remix.
I need somebody to fix my phone. Shout out to Jose.
Yeah, the man, the myth, the legend just showed up. Jay Frias, say what up, man.
Pause. Pause.
Pause.
I just had to because it's
If
you.
y'all been staying tuned, he was on our first
I had
pilot
to for you.
episode, Pause, featuring Jay Frizzy.
Yep.
Back in the house, man. Just came
baby.
from the Dominican Republic. Glad to have you back, man.
You bring me any chimneys, dog? No chimney.
Man, you're good,
Cash.
bro.
Yeah, like I'm depending on how well Ring the Alarm does, I'm seriously thinking about doing a remix of that, and I have the opportunity of working with her.
That's gonna be a good look. Stefflon's she's making a lot of waves. right now.
waves, and I just love her music, but she just reminds me of Foxy Brown. You know,
Dope. Yeah.
yeah.
Gotta
she
shout out
reminds me of
Stefflon.
Foxy, and Foxy is is my favorite female MC of all time.
Okay. Okay.
So you know what I'm saying, like, cause she's under Sony ATV Publishing.
That's your situation
Yeah.
is connected too, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah. So she under Sony ATV. So when I was out there in London, our last day there, you know, we had a meeting at Sony ATV. So my publishing was going to be under Sony ATV, and I brung up her name. I'm like, yo, I want to work with her.
Yeah.
And she, you know,
That's one of the benefits when you do have that label connection, because all you have to do is say, hey, I would like to.
especially if y'all in the same umbrella, because
Right.
that's what the publishing company does.
That's exactly what they do.
For the publishing company to get money coming in.
Exactly.
They want all the artists to work together.
Keep all that publishing right here.
Yeah, all
Keep it all
in-house.
right here.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying. So they made a call, and actually I was supposed to link up with her before we left, but the situation ended up not happening due to the studio not being available. But I am going back to London on the 15th of October. So when we go back, I'm going over there to go work.
Okay.
You
There
know
it
what I'm
is.
saying?
There it is.
Yeah.
So
Tight work.
from Cali, live in Florida,
Uh-huh.
LA or Miami.
I'm sticking with the crib. You sleep.
What's the crib?
Dade County.
Oh,
okay.
all right, then.
I'm sticking with the crib.
I mean, it's smart because you're technically here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I said
All
the
right.
crib. Dade
And then
County.
they
Alright,
walked
so-
in, so that's what it was.
So Cardi B or Nicki?
I'm going with Nikki.
Oh, that's interesting.
Bar for
I
bar.
really want to know why, because I have this argument all the time. Nicki is a better rapper.
She's
They don't
a-
have to like.
she's
They don't
a-
have to like.
she's a
Nicki.
better
She's a better artist.
Artist, MC. She sings, she raps, she writes her
Yeah.
shit.
But
like,
Cardi's the it thing right now, and this is not
Yeah.
to take away from Cardi, because Cardi has a likability, and people. Have you ever heard people?
that's why she's winning.
That's exactly why
Because
she's
before
winning.
she popped off, people gravitated to her because of her.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't because of the music at first, right? So people just loved her because she was funny, she was relatable, she talked a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You know,
That ow, that shit.
feel me? So people are like her because of that. Once she blew, that shit just added to it. Like that shit was just icing on the
Well,
cake.
Right.
It's a thing where if you ever talk to people, right, the consumer, you'll hear them say things like, "I don't know, I just like them." They don't have a definitive reason.
Definitive thing, yeah.
Right. So if people understand psychology, that's likability. Like if you're in sales, people buy from people they like.
They like,
at the
yeah.
end of the day,
Mhm.
right? They
Gotta
can't,
be
they
likable.
can't tell you why they like.
Like
they
you,
just know that
they like you. Yo, and that's true.
So
And that's
that's
true.
very much a part, because I said it. Nikki, with as talented as she is,
But people
she
don't
kinda
like her.
doomed herself because people don't like her. She
her.
doesn't make herself likable.
Likeable.
And Cardi is extremely relatable. She is like the voice of the common girl.
Yeah.
Right. Who's a little bit
Of the
hood,
underdog
a little
chick.
bit ratchet.
Yeah, she like
They
the
had a
underdog chick.
underdog story or whatever it is. Even though Nikki has an underdog story as well.
Too.
Nikki has this thing about her where it's like, yo, I'm dope and I know it, and I'm gonna tell you, and
I'm
fuck
gonna tell you
y'all.
I'm dope. Yeah, and I'm the motherfucking queen, bitch.
And fuck y'all.
And fuck it, yeah.
People don't like that. People don't respond well to that.
No.
And so, because think about this. Nikki was who she was for about 10 strong years. Every time, think about this. Every time there was a female rapper who came out with any record that blew, they always automatically wanted to put her against Nikki because they wanted somebody
Somebody
to
try
be
to
worthy
to
take
dethrone her.
down.
To dethrone. Yo, when you number one for a long time, niggas like, okay, this bitch been number one for way too fucking long.
Yep.
Somebody gotta come take this motherfucker out.
Yep.
And even though Cardi can't, her pin game ain't nowhere near Nicki's, but you know she got a good little team around and they help her make
yeah.
these good records.
I mean, first of all, Cardi was making some phenomenal records. Okay, you can't front on that.
Yeah.
She dropped some phenomenal joints. These are
On that
global
album,
smashes.
she got like on that album she got
My joint is that one with Kaylani. She got that joint with SZA. Like she got joints.
she got like 5-6 big records on that album. Like, yeah, man, she got a lot of big records on that album.
It was almost unpopular opinion to say Nicki, because everybody has said Cardi, which I understand because I understand the psychology, but it's interesting to hear somebody else say Nicki and the reasons why they said Nicki, because I've always said that Nicki is a better artist.
Yeah.
That doesn't take away anything from Cardi and what she does and how well she's done it, and to how quick, even though her grind is her grind, how quick it seemed to kind of turn around within the span of like 2 years. Cardi's the top female artist right now, and it is what it is.
That's what it is, yeah.
Nicki's more talented though.
Way more talented.
That's just the truth.
Way more talented. Yeah.
You know, Nicki sings, writes, raps well, acts. She can do it all, really.
Yeah.
But
I mean, but I kind of
personality.
I kind of like it being two different female artists that's out and they're both flourishing. So I like it. I like the competition of it.
I actually hate that the two top women artists have to be pit against each other. I don't like that shit. Just being real. I get hip hop is what it is.
Well, it could be competitive without all the beef shit.
Right. It doesn't. It's like, think about top rappers on records, right? When they get on records, think about that era that Wayne owned, right? Wayne owned an era.
Yeah, a whole era.
A whole era, right?
Yeah.
But think about what Kanye said on when he did the Lollipop remix. He said, "You ain't finna murder me like everybody else."
Yeah.
And they boys, they brothers.
Yeah.
I get the competition.
Yeah.
They don't have to beef though.
Yeah. Like listen, you don't have to hate the other rapper.
No, you don't.
For steel to sharpen steel, like, you know, like, bro, I know you dope, but you not finna watch me.
Right, you not finna watch me. And I love that about Kanye. Legit said, he was like, "You ain't finna murder me like everybody else. I'm gonna rap like I got some type of respect for myself." Like, that's what I love that, because it's acknowledging who you are, who your competition is.
Yeah,
but you letting them know, oh yeah, I can do this too.
Yeah,
and that's what I like.
And let me tell you, sidebar, I like what Wayne did on this album. The fact that he put Kendrick Lamar on that record,
that Mona Lisa record,
and Wayne held his own on.
First
that
of all,
record.
what do you mean held his own? Wayne set the tone.
Yeah. He set the tone for the record. But listen, just coming from an MC perspective, like, Kendrick is a whole nother.
Yeah, Kendrick's one of the young goats. He's one of the young goats.
He's a whole nother type of beast, and to see Wayne at the stage that he's at in his career,
and when a lot of people wrote Wayne off.
I was like, okay.
Though that Mona Lisa record, if you haven't heard it on Carter 5, is incredible.
It's
incredible.
Yeah.
First of all, it's a story,
and it's a real story too.
It's a real story about
Yep.
And the way they structured the record was phenomenal. The delivery of the record was phenomenal. The bars is freaking phenomenal, and just putting them two rappers together was like just great for the culture.
Yeah, man. It was shout out to Wayne, because Wayne he's another one, man, that's clearly a legend, and he owned an era. He owned like a legit era in hip hop where he was the number one guy.
Long,
and
I don't think we ever seen anybody really like
that going to run like that. No.
I mean, from remixes to mixtapes to albums, like, his run was like really, really, really like significant, and arguably probably one of the best runs of any hip hop. You could argue of any artist in any genre, because he was on everything. Every record. You talking about every remix?
Yeah, like, I didn't even know he had a record with J-Lo the other day.
Yeah.
I seen the music video playing at the mall. I'm like,
yeah,
what? Since when? Like, he's on everything.
You couldn't escape a Lil Wayne verse.
Yeah.
It was one. I think it was a calendar year. I forgot. There was like a vibe. It was a whole like vibe write up on it. I forgot how many songs he did in the calendar year. It was like a crazy number. And it was unheard of at that time. Now, niggas get in the booth and they'll freestyle records all day, but they're still not up the quality
is not high
of what Wayne was doing.
He was murdering everything.
Whatever you put in front of him, he was killing it. I am the beast. Feed me rappers or feed me beats.
Like,
I'm untamed. I need a leash.
He was killing.
Like, yeah, that was my joint. And this is a record that has T.I., which is one of my favorites. It had Ross on there, which is one of my favorites. Elite MCs.
He was killing
everything.
Yo, I was just telling this guy, I'm like, yo, niggas don't mention it, but when Wayne started that Squad Up series, that was the beginning. That, like, when he put Squad Up together, and then he dropped that
Currency, because Currency built the whole career off of that.
Off of that. But look though, that 500 Degrees album came after that, and that shit was fire. Like, but from that mixtape series with Squad Up led into the whole dedication shit, and like, just from that, that run started from there was because them Squad Up mixtapes was fucking like that shit was crack back in 2000, 2001.
Right.
And with that era, right? Because Wayne was the new mixtape king at that point. We had to shout out 50 Cent because 50, even though mixtape had been around, 50 was one of the ones who revolutionized it. And then Wayne took that same formula at the beginning of the internet social media age, right? And so he was able to take over a whole culture. But there's a whole generation. Look at the Rich the Kids, he's
all of them
the
are
father
offsprings
of all of these dudes.
I said, yo, he got a lot of offspring.
A lot of kids out here.
They
bro.
may not rap like him, but they look like him.
They look like him. They dress like him. Think about the Rebirth album. Then think about what you hear from Juice WRLD and Uzi and whoever else.
All of them are Wayne babies.
They're Wayne babies.
Yeah.
Face tats.
All of them are Wayne babies.
Dreads, the
so
Rockstar
that's why
clothing.
that dedication record is so significant.
It is, man. And the people don't want to. Like, I got homies who I respect. Because I respect them, I won't say their name because I don't. Excuse me. I don't agree with their position on this. But because they grew up in a different era, their era's before ours, right? So their goats are like the Rakims and whatever. And usually their goats stop at Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Stops at Jay-Z. If their goats are like Rakim and Big Daddy Kane and things like that.
Yeah.
They will stop at Jay-Z, and anything after that, they don't really want to acknowledge, right?
Yeah.
Somebody tried to discredit Wayne, and I said, "How? You don't have to like it." And this is like when we was talking about the Kobe LeBron thing. You don't have to like anything or anybody, but you have to respect the stats, and you have to respect the run that these people go on. To say that Wayne isn't or will not be a legend because you don't like what he raps about, regardless of the production that he was producing at such a high clip.
His output was fucking ridiculous.
But it was quality. He was selling 1 million records. I think he sold 1 million records twice in the first week. Like, how do you discount that just because you don't like the fact that he was rapping about pussy and drugs the whole time? Like, you don't have to like the substance. But Wayne is definitely a legend, and look at his impact.
He is most definitely the father of this fucking drug wave.
Yeah.
Like that whole
That's the downside part.
Yeah, but he's the father of that.
He's the father of that.
He's the father of that. Like, he is the father of the popping the pills, the drinking the lean. He's the father of that shit. Like, he is the fucking father of that shit. I said that shit. Like, he the fucking father.
He is, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Wayne. So it was good for a lot of people who grew up on Wayne to hear Wayne bring back the Carter series, one.
Oh, yeah.
That the whole legal thing was squared away, two.
Yeah.
But what I loved personally about it was I appreciated the fact that Wayne was attempting to rap about substance.
Yeah, he
not
did
substance abuse.
Yeah, like, he did put some nice content, but it's only one thing he left out, and and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people probably feel this way, but I really wanted him to touch on this struggle he went through.
Right. I would have loved that. Unfortunately, I don't think Wayne's that kind of artist.
He's not, but Wayne never really gave us
his side.
Wayne never really dived into Dwayne, giving you Dwayne Carter.
Right.
He never gave the world Dwayne Carter. But I say this about Ross too. I think that's what stopped Ross really getting over the hump. I think that would make Ross really a legend, like, for real. Like,
what was his last one that was real dope?
The last album.
He hinted on.
Snippets.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, he need to take that shit
Rivals
and
become
magnify
idols
it.
and stuff, or idols become rivals.
Because nobody knows who William is, unless you know William personally.
Right.
But nobody knows.
First of all, shout out to the fact that he just called him William.
Yeah, like, nobody knows.
Thought his name was Rick.
William.
Thought it was Richard.
The big homie. Like, nobody knows William.
Willow.
Yo. But I feel like once they do that, it really puts your connection with the consumer on a whole nother level.
Which is why a Kendrick, a Cole wins. Even Kanye to a certain extent.
Or, like, because
Jay on 444.
We're in the era where social media, that it's the connection.
Yep.
It's the relatability, right? So if you take that and you take that connection and you allow that to be in your music for people to really know who you are, right? As a person, they're gonna love, like, damn.
Especially if you grow up on Wayne. You grew up on him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So I know he gave us everything else but that. Right? He might give you glimpses, but he don't give you that. Right. But I wanna hear about this shit. Like, I wanna hear you tell me Give me a record about how you felt about this shit you went with your pa, nigga.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, give me that. That would have put the album really over the top. And
I think so, too.
That's what it missed. It missed this relationship between you and Baby. Like, nigga, like how you put out the Carter 5 and you don't talk about this shit.
Right.
You supposed to have dug deep in your gut and
Right.
and gave us
Should
that.
have been one of the first things he talked about.
Yo, on that intro, listen.
On the intro, right?
Listen. And on top of that, yeah, like, man, he should have capitalized off of that. I think him and Baby could have created something special to put on that album about that to really take that project to a whole nother realm. You know what I'm saying? Because he gave us everything else. All it was missing was that. If he would have gave us that, oh my goodness!
I think that's another reason why somebody else I know that you rock with and respect is another reason why Drake wins. Drake is very vulnerable in his music, and he'll attack whatever the situation. Like this last album he dropped, he attacked his situations.
Yeah,
off rip. Like in the intro, he was letting niggas know what's happening, and then on Emotionless, which you remixed. Shout out to you for that.
Yeah.
But you know, he touches on these things, and that's what makes people, like, for me, right, a Jay-Z. I don't have to hear any promo material from Jay-Z or whatever. If he's dropping tomorrow, I'm checking for it tomorrow. I'm looking for it. I don't need to know nothing else because I'm a Jay fan, and Jay has given us different levels of connection with him and his family and things like that. And that's what makes the difference between the artists that has that have that longevity in the game.
Yeah, because you get to see the growth, right? So if we're not able to see the growth, at some point you'll become stagnant if you're not showing any.
And you'll just become just another person putting out songs about whatever. And then you'll kind of get lost by the wayside. But that's why Jay-Z has been able to sustain for 20 years. Jay-Z's still selling out concerts. I've been to about 8 Jay-Z concerts. For what? I don't even know why.
I haven't even been.
Every time they perform song cry, I'm in there like, good dude, I know you love me like cook food. Even though a nigga gotta move like a crook move.
Yo, and
I'm in there.
And for Jay-Z fans, if you've been following from Reasonable Doubt, you see him take you from him being a hustler to all of these different ingredients that were behind that, as him as a young kid being a hustler to coming into the game, and then he just evolved into this mogul, and now he's to the point that he's high enough and self-sufficient enough. Now he can give you the ins and outs. He can give you the loopholes. He can feel me. So it's like, damn, like, and then like Nas too, like Nas evolved, and Nas gave us Nasir.
Yep.
Like, we knew who Nas was from the jump. We knew who Nas was from. We knew his roots. We knew his daddy and shit, and all type of other shit.
Oludara,
But
shout him out.
So I think why a lot of the rappers are not selling is because we don't know who these guys are.
Right.
But we know
We
J.
know they
Cole
like
is.
to turn up.
Yeah, we know they like to turn up and do all this other shit, but we don't know who they are.
Right.
We know who J. Cole is. We know who Wale is. We know who Big Sean is. We know who Drake is and Kendrick and all that shit. But that's what make them different. And people gravitate because, shit, man, we know these guys' story. And that's something that I pull from them. I'm like, shit.
And you find relatable moments in there. It's like, oh, shit. Kendrick's, damn, I did that. Or I went through that. Or whatever it is.
Yeah, big time.
That's dope, man.
That's what's up, man. So what you got coming up? You got any shows coming up? You got
shit, I got a show tonight.
tours. Yeah.
You got a show tonight?
Yeah, man. Yo, I didn't even know I was gonna be out tonight, but Kevin called me and said, yo, we're gonna be at Mocha tonight and we're gonna perform the record, you know what I'm saying, on the set. So,
sound killer.
Yeah, man, we're gonna be at Mocha tonight. But other than that,
shout out to my boo, Baby Star. She's one of the top promoters out there at Mocha. She takes care of the kid whenever I go through.
I never been to Mocha, so it's gonna be my first time going to Mocha.
That's right. You'll be on couches in no time, bro. Standing on couches and shit.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm just waiting my time. You know what I'm saying? Man. But yeah, man. I've just been in the meantime, before I go back to London on the 15th, I just been shooting a lot of videos, just creating content to release while I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm out there for like 2 weeks. I come back for a week, and then I have a Europe tour starting November 1st. Cool. That's for 2 weeks. Yeah, man. So just staying busy, man. Just staying busy, and we're supposed to be shooting the video to Ring the Alarm soon.
That would be dope because that
Yeah,
sounds
can't wait to
fire,
see
yeah.
that, yeah.
Are you going?
Yeah.
Are you going?
Oh yeah, we got a whole concept of that, and I don't even want to give it away, but I already had the concept to it, man. So shout out to
putting Jazzy on it, or
Huh?
y'all got it's Kevin. I know the budget's higher.
no,
So what's
well,
happening there?
it's a director that goes. He's from the crib, but he's been in the industry since Ross was at Slip and Slide. His name is Antoine Smith.
Okay.
So he's like my big homie, and I always told him for years, like, yo, when I get on, I want you to shoot my first video. So I kept my promise. I told him, I'm like, yo, I already know who I want to shoot the video. You know what I'm saying? And he done shot video for Cameron, Ross, and all type of people, man. Like he done did movies and everything. So we got a real dope concept for the video. We gonna shoot it here. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna make sure we bring the whole city out.
All right, man. So outside of the music, man, like, are you working on any other ventures? Is there any other things you have like going on?
Oh yeah, man. I got some things going on. I'm about to close this vodka deal with Thug Life Vodka. It's about to close any minute now, and
Okay.
I'm very hype about that. You know, I'm gonna get my own signature liquor and bottle and stuff like
What's
that.
the name of it? What's?
Thug Life Vodka. And actually, let me tell you.
Yeah. I've heard of them.
You heard of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The guy that owns the company, you know, he's Russian. He actually, back in 2015, he copyrighted the Thug Life thing, and you know.
It was very slick and business savvy of him, by the way.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because Thug Life has been around for a while. The term
for forever, and you know, when I was approached with the opportunity, I was
Are
like,
they from out here? Cause I see some type of promotion out here.
Oh yeah, there's some people that works with the promotion and the marketing of it. That's from here. You know what I'm saying?
Where
And,
do you know where they're based out of?
I don't know where it's based at, but I know the owner stays here, but he moves around a lot.
Okay.
You know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm happy about it. You know, I get to have my own signature bottle and flavor.
So
and things
what's
of that nature.
what flavor is it? What flavor you
Lucky light skin.
What flavor is it? What flavor is your vodka, man?
Yo.
What are you calling it too? What's
Lucky
the
light
name?
skin.
No. I don't have a name for it yet, but I know when I drink vodka, I know what I mix with my vodka, which is cranberry.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's either I might go with a cranberry or a citrus flavor. It just depends. You know what I'm saying? And other than the vodka deal, I did get picked up for two independent movies. I might be shooting, if not by the end
You
of
gonna shoot Shatta's 8?
Listen, I don't care if it's Shotters 8 or Shotters 20. I'm in there like man, like I'm trying to get into art like
It's a brand, bro. Cashe is a brand.
It's a brand, yeah, man. So I'm just trying to make it grow, and I have a lot of talents outside of music, man. You know, so I plan on diving into fashion and, you know, movies and whatever I can get my hands on, you know, and just build the brand, just keep building it and just doing different things with it, you know.
Yes, sir.
What's up, man? Yo, well, I wish you the best of luck, man. We really, you know, we can't wait to see what's in store for you this coming year. You know, I'm sure 2019 is going to be an amazing year for you with everything you got going on.
Lots of blessings.
you know,
Lots of
Yo,
blessings.
2018 has been an amazing year already. Like
A lot of firsts for you this year.
a lot of firsts. You know, at the beginning of 2018, I went to New York. I performed at Radio City Music Hall. That's where I premiered my single.
Dope.
Going overseas and just moving around, just doing a lot of different things, man. 2018. So I'm pretty sure 2019 is gonna be on a whole other level. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting my feet wet right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's to me, it's so synonymous with sports. It's almost like getting drafted into the league, and you know you got to get your feet wet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
once you get used to it, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you
Yo,
good
well,
after that.
I salute you, man, because I'm sure a lot of artists, if they're listening to this interview, they should have been able to get a lot of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You're a real
Man,
smart
thank
dude, and you know what I'm saying? I salute that.
Oh man, thank you, man.
Real
I
talk.
appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Like, I have a lot of artists, man, from the city. You know, they hit me up in my DM on my inbox, and they, you know, I'm when we was coming up and trying to get to this point, you know, we didn't have nobody we can hit up and ask
Nobody.
to ask questions and get information from. So I really take pride in, you know, when dudes hit me up like I'm always open to give information. Information is meant to be shared and passed down.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever I'm learning, I'm passing it on to the next, so they can pass it on to the next. And you know, it's like that's what it's all about. It's just all about, you know, like getting to a place and then turn it around and then help that person get to that same place, because it's enough light and it's enough room for everybody to really get to the bag and really do what they love to do. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's the thing too. You can tell that you don't have any like malice in your heart. Like a lot of rappers, man, it's a tough, because of its competitive nature.
Mm-hmm.
They you know, they kind of harbor like this hate or disdain for other rappers and other artists. That's a very weird thing. I know you're experiencing, you know, for all the love that you're getting, I'm sure that there's somebody with some disdain towards Cashe in your situation.
Hell yeah.
Of course it is.
Yo, I told somebody one day, I was like, yo, I know for a fact I'm a whole lot of fuck niggas right now. yo, like, this fuck.
Yeah.
Trust me, I am. But like, man, I'm just all about our city really getting together and just uniting, man, because we have a lot of talent, man, but nobody here is gonna support if we don't support each other.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So it all starts with us in the artist community supporting each other. Now, the competition thing, when we're on the court, we're on the court.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's competition when we're on the court. But when we're off the court, it's all love off the court.
Mm-hmm. That's how it should be. And like you said, it's synonymous with sports. You see it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, fans of like the old school way of the NBA and the NFL worked, when, you know, players stayed on teams for 10 plus years, things like that, and there was a natural rivalry going. That's different than the kids who grew up playing AAU ball together.
Yeah.
Right? They know each other.
Yeah, they know each other.
Right?
Yeah.
They came up together.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a different era, and that's why people don't allow these things to evolve.
Yeah.
And you get more, like you see it all the time. These dudes will go into battle and then hug each other right after they're done.
Yeah.
You feel me? And big up each other as soon as they're done, because they know this is just kind of a part of the new nature of what this is.
Yeah.
You know, and like I say this as an artist, you know, and we alluded to it earlier that you know, you and I know each other, but you know, I'm one that, from a lot of the people that we know, I was one of the first ones to kind of start branching out away from Miami, and doing international things. And this is not like me trying to brag or whatever. This is when people asked me how did I do it, I was able to give off that information. In Cashe's particular situation, before his situation, I hit him up. Do you remember what that text was?
Oh yeah, yo, so random. And this was like a couple years ago, and he texted me out the blue.
Mad random out the blue.
Yo, no homo, but he had a dream about me. No homo,
Yeah,
right?
pause.
Pause, right?
Have to pause that.
Yo, so he had a dream about me. He said, yo, I don't even know why I had this dream, but I had a dream. I was like, dream about what? He was like, man, I had a dream. You got to deal with Capitol Records. I'm like,
Yep.
Wow. Out of everybody, Capitol Records, nigga.
Yep.
Why? He said, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? So like, shortly after that, I ended up signing a deal with Kevin, but I still think his dream has yet to be fulfilled yet. I think what he saw is coming. It's coming. Like I think I'm on my way to that part. But
Or at least a bigger, better situation, whatever it is. The point there, though, is I didn't owe Cashe anything. I didn't owe him, even if that little motivation, that whatever it is. I don't know what his situation was at the moment. Like, he could have been on some, man, you know, fuck rap, I'm tired of music, because we all get there, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So after you've been doing it for a while, you had those moments, you're like, fuck all of this. You feel me? And so I don't know where he was. I didn't owe him anything. I wasn't doing it so he can owe me anything. It was like, yo, this happened, and I need to make sure that I share this with him, because it is important that again, there's a competition there, because we used to do some of the same open mics. We was both killing the thing or whatever. There's a level of competition there, but there's a level of respect there.
Yeah.
You feel me? And it was just like, yo, this is, and you know, this is something that I seen. I don't know why I seen it, why it came to me. Couldn't tell you.
It was random. That shit
was
was
so
he texted me out the
random.
blue. That shit was random. I was like,
So random.
That's crazy.
but you know, God communicates, man, all type of different ways, and sometimes He uses people to communicate whatever He needs to communicate. So we don't know what the meaning of it is, but I guess it was just okay. Well, I'm gonna get this to you, and I need you to give it to Him.
Mm-hmm.
He can take it how He want to take it, but
Right.
I'm gonna speak it through you to speak to Him.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
And it could be because I think when I when I had it, it was when I just started my international stuff.
yeah.
So it could have been a thing where it's like, okay, here's somebody I know that I kind of came up with on the local scene, and he's doing things because it's like when your parents tell you not to do something versus when your friends tell you not to do something. You
Yeah.
feel me? You tired of hearing it from your parents
Yeah.
because you think they're just old and out of touch.
Yep.
You feel me? So it could have been a thing like that, but it could be a multitude of things. The point there is for artists, man, if you are confident in what you do, right, and you know that you and your talent comes from a genuine place, it does not hurt you at all
It doesn't.
to speak that or speak life into existence for
yeah.
somebody else.
Oh yeah, man. It's a lot of artists like now that I see, man, including yourself. You know, like the King Hoodies, the Flow Kids,
Shout out
the
to
T
Flow Kids
Rose.
did a dope event.
Yeah,
Was it last week?
Yes, man. I was.
Shout
there.
out to Flow Kid.
So dope.
We gotta get him out here.
Yo, listen, like Flow Kid is one of them guys. I told him, I gave him a hug. I was like, man, whatever you need, bro. Like, you have my full support. He's such a talented,
Very
young
talented
dude, and he's focused and you
Visionary too. that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, man. He's
Like him a
dope,
lot.
man. Like him, King Hoodie, T-Row, DZ the rapper.
Yep.
These guys, Kid West, like
Shout out to Kid West, who's on that Black Excellence record.
yeah, he was on the
So
Black
shout out to
Excellence
that.
record. Yeah, man. So you know, it's this new wave of artists coming out of Miami is just crazy, man. Like, I just think we're gonna really, really, really like blow the door down, and you're gonna see like this ripple effect of artists coming from here.
Similar to what it was for Atlanta.
Yeah,
Because I feel like it should have been that way for Miami a while
yeah,
ago.
long time ago, but we
Right.
never had it.
Right.
We was putting out artists every 5 to 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
You might get one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So between the distance between Zoe and Ball Greasy,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So, but now we bubbling because now we got the industry looking at Broward.
Yep.
Mhm.
With
You know what I'm
Kodak
saying?
and-
So
and
well, we
Perp
already
and
got the
all
eye
those
on
guys.
Broward. We just got to get them to look at Dave, but
Mm-hmm.
a little bit more. But shit, man, we making moves. You know what I'm saying? So just shout out to all those guys. Shout out to OZ 28 grams. He's doing his thing,
Yep.
and man, it's a lot of guys that's really shaking and moving. Class Money, he's doing his thing.
Shout out to Class. Yeah.
Yeah, man,
It's a lot. Some
it's-
females out there as well.
Oh yeah,
Pilly
yo,
May
Pilly May,
is
V
killing
Stuck.
right now. Yep.
Like,
Yep.
oh man, like it's just so much talent in the city, man, and it's just like, I think it's just bound to happen, man. The ripple effect is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But we just have to make sure that we just support each other when it does.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We just have to support each other. Whoever time it is, we just support that person at that time.
Yeah, you get behind it because you know whose ever time it is. If you're this is how I actually present it to the truly narcissistic, right? If you really are about yourself, then put yourself in position to win.
Yeah.
Fuck it, right?
Yeah.
Put yourself in position to win. At the end of the day, so if your position to win is to be not so much on the coattail, but be in the vicinity of a situation, well, why not? Because if you really want it to be about you, so you're kind of killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
Right, so you are showing support, but you are. I mean, people do things with their ulterior motives all the time.
All the time,
So
yeah.
if that's really who you are to the core, cool. That's cool. Sacrifice your little time. You know, go and support somebody who might have that light, or who's right on the cusp of having that light. Because
yeah.
you could benefit from that.
Yeah.
By being at the right place, creating an opportunity.
At the right time.
Right.
You feel me? So that's how I got presented to the narcissistic artists, because they out there. You know, they out there.
Yo, shout out to Ghost Rider too, man. That's
Shout
my
out to Ghost
homie.
Rider. He's a young OG.
Yeah.
He's
Yo,
a young OG.
yeah. Like he's a young OG, but yo, like he's one of the dudes that I really, really respect. You know what I'm saying? Like from Miami, that really does this shit, like for real, and that has done some incredible things with his career.
Yep.
But and he just texted me like a day ago. Me and him had a good conversation through text, man. And yeah, man, like it's just good to get this support from my fellow dudes. That's, you know what I'm saying, like dudes is hitting me up, like, you know. So it just feels good that when you worked hard and when your time comes, and your peers they respect your grind, because you didn't cheat the grind,
Right.
Yep.
so they support that. And then, you know, same thing goes for me. If whoever time it is, whoever's popping, you know, whether it was Zoe or Ball Greasy, like, yo, like, I know you put in years.
Right.
I support that.
Right.
Because you deserve it, because you put in the work. You put in the time, you put in the effort, you sacrifice, like, you know what I'm saying? Shit, like, Ball Greasy been doing this shit about the same length of time I had. You know, so before he probably like 16, 17 years.
Yeah.
It took him just to get to that. You know what I'm saying? So, hell yeah, he deserved it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
1,000.
Yeah.
That's real. How you feel about the Lil Pumps, the Smoke Perps, the
Well, these are all the guys that was underground, you know, SoundCloud and stuff. I mean, hey, however you can get your foot into the door.
Yep.
He may not be the same type of artist as me, and to be honest, I'm like, yo, Lil Pump is big, but you don't hear Miami really talk about him like
Right.
that.
I didn't know he was from Miami, bro.
Yeah, like, I didn't know he was from Hialeah. I'm like, damn, like he's from the crib. They don't even talk about this nigga.
Right.
You know, Smoke Perp, they don't really talk about him like
Right.
that. I mean, we do hear a lot about Denzel Curry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we don't hear about these other guys that's from the crib that's big all over social media.
I mean,
that got deals.
Pump got a huge record right now, clearly with Kanye.
With Kanye.
It's a huge record.
Yo, and he is from the crib.
It's a huge record right now.
Like, ain't nobody talking about this little boy. Like, you know, so, you know, sometimes when you're just different and he doesn't fit the mold of what Miami, has always been.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But we got to start, you know, hey, Flo Rida ain't fit the mold, but they don't really talk about him as much either.
Right.
But look at all the shit and accolades that he's
Yep.
been doing throughout his career.
His name is Flo Rida.
Florida.
You know what I'm
tell
saying?
me y'all ain't embracing this
Right.
this dude in the city? Like, yeah, man. So, you know, yeah, man. Like, it can. I hope when young dudes see what I am doing right now at the moment, you know, and I get messages like, yo, like, this shit is like, yo, okay, I know it can be done. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, bro, it could be done, bro. Like, look at this shit you doing. It can happen. I've been following you for 5-6 years. I remember when you was doing this. You know what I'm saying? Niggas just messaged on my post yesterday. Yo, I remember when you was battling niggas in the barbershop, B.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, yeah, like, and you know, so when people have been knowing you and following you for that long, and they see the transition, you cannot. That shit is priceless.
It's priceless. You can't. That's the part you can't buy because, as you said, it's priceless because those are the ones. As soon as you, I mean, you're starting your breakthrough, but those are going to be the loyalists.
Yeah.
Because they remember you from the barbershop.
Yeah.
They remember you from Will Call.
Yeah.
Right. From outside AC3, handing out CDs or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna remember that. Like they remember, bro. Like they remember, and it's just dope. I'm like, damn, like you remember that? They be like, yeah, man. And it's just crazy, bro. And you know, a lot of times, you know, we just think shit is unattainable. It can't be attained. You know what I'm saying? But when they see somebody that hits that, for me, Mims hit when he popped. Hit because we was under the same camp.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when I see him take off and like that, I'm like, oh shit.
Shout out to DJ Blackout. He produced that.
Yeah.
He's out here. You know, he's out here in
like Blackout
in Florida.
is my big homie, but
Yep.
you know, like we was under the same movement, and you know, I remember hearing "This Is Why I'm Hot" when it was just halfway done.
Right.
I remember him taking me into the room. He's like, yo, I got this record. Matter of fact, shout out to Mims. He's on my album, by the way.
Okay.
I got him featured doing something different, but he's featured on my album. But you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like when I seen him, I'm like, oh shit. And then after him, it was Jason Derulo. Oh shit.
Also from the crib.
Yeah. Also from the crib. He's from Broward. You know what I'm saying?
Miramar. I think he's from Miramar. If I'm not
He's
mistaken.
from Miramar. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, like shit was like around me. I was like, damn. oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? And the way Mims popped off, that shit was like global
That was a
takeover.
huge record. It's still being played in commercials to this day.
Yeah.
I think as recently as earlier this year,
I just
something
saw
like a Walmart commercial.
Yeah,
something.
Walmart or Target, whatever the
Yeah.
fuck that shit was. That nigga still getting checks out that shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and I could pick up my phone right now and I could call him and we gonna talk
Right.
on the phone. So he's like my big homie, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just dope, man. Like, it's dope to go from being a person that was next to a person that went that far to now. Years and years later, you're finally
You're getting your shot, kid.
Yeah, you're getting your
For
shot.
sure.
So it's just all about what you do with it. Once you get it, what the fuck you gonna do with it? You need to know what you want to do with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And for me, you know, I just always just had the visions in my head. When I get here, what the fuck you gonna do?
Right.
What you gonna do? What's your plan? You have anything outside of music you want to do? Because this shit you could use this shit as a stepping stone to do so much other stuff.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? To kind of really help your career be as long as you want it to be.
Yeah, longevity is important, especially as an artist, because maybe music's not always gonna be it for
Yeah.
the long run.
Yeah, like longevity is very important, man. And then doing things outside of music, well, helps you stay in music.
It does.
As long as you're relevant, it helps you to be able to create
100%.
and still make music off of it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, for me, just always trying to educate myself and studying the culture, studying these greats, what makes them last so long and things like that, man. Because, you know, as far as for me, you know, I just always wanted to be great at what I do.
And it's a business.
Yeah, and it's a
business.
Shit, it's 90% business.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
I'm just saying, yeah, because you got to worry about, again, longevity, but you got to talk. You're talking about the entrepreneur side of it. What's the next step? What's gonna come off the artistry part, right?
Oh yeah, like what's gonna come off that? Like
the liquor deal you're talking about earlier.
Oh, listen,
That's just one thing.
yo, like, but what's so crazy is like, yo, I just made my debut, and I was put in a position to have that opportunity. So a lot of people don't get that shit early on. They get that shit after the fact.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? So
A lot of blessings right now.
yeah, like coming. So I'm like, okay, well, this may not be no Ciroc, but who's to say I can't make it?
Like make it into a. You know what I mean?
Into a brand that's noticeable and everybody
And
like
recognizable.
shit.
Yeah.
And that's the mentality you
That's
should
right.
have, because you should push that on all fronts of your businesses.
Hell yeah.
100%.
Hell yeah. So
Because if you put your mind to it, it's like setting a goal, man. It never ends as long as you keep pushing forward, bro.
Yeah, and you gotta like push the boundaries and just not have no ceilings and no limits for yourself, man. Because it's just no telling how far you can take it and what you can do with it, man. And you know, sometimes when I be at home, I be like, what the fuck can I do? What else can
What's
I
the next
do?
move?
What is the next move with it? And you know, I want to put out a book. You know, I got an idea to put out a book, but I'm gonna do something different, something no artist has done yet. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be packaged, and this is gonna go with my first album. You know what I'm saying? And I just have this idea. Just got these ideas. Like, you know what I'm saying? And just to let the youngest know, bro, like you can. It's here,
Right.
and there's so many mediums and contents that you could use.
Yep.
Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You never know. You might end up being a #1 bestseller author or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Shit can happen for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So just stuff like that, man, and just trying to capitalize off the opportunity. People told me this opportunity wasn't gonna be it.
Oh no, because you know Kev's name is relevant to the big record that he had, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so people don't really understand the importance of you being associated with a global brand that is Kevin Little,
Yeah.
right? So you could put out Ring the Alarm with anybody and it won't get the same. And this is not a diss on the record, clearly.
Yeah.
But the names behind it helps
Helps.
to segue you into opportunities with Thug Life Vodka. And you was just on BBC Radio.
Yeah.
The same station that people was just probably 2 months ago was on Drake about with the freestyle that he did. But I mean, you was just in that same hallway.
I said that when I walked through the
Yeah,
hallway.
in
I'm
that
like, yo,
same
Drake was
hallway.
just walking through this hallway. Like, how many dudes is coming to be from where I'm from?
Right.
Like,
When you hit me up about it, what did I tell you? What did I tell you when you went over there? What I tell you?
listen, like he was like, basically in a nutshell, like do you understand like exactly what you're doing and experiencing? Because for me, like it's still surreal to me. Like shit ain't hit me. Like when people see me, like yo, like, and I still don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Because it hasn't really hit me yet. Right. I'm just going through the motions with whatever's coming. Right. But it hasn't hit me. We walking through BBC and I'm like, oh, you know, after we do the interview, I'm like, oh shit. Drake walked through this hallway. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
countless other just legends. Right. You know what I mean?
Like crazy shit. And if you know anything about hip hop culture, you know BBC One is like
Westwood and
Charlie Sloth and these guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh shit.
Like Cashe hit me up, he was like, yo, you know, I'm about to do this, you know what I'm saying? And not in this way, he was not like he was asking me like what to expect or things like that. But it was like yo, you know, I know you've been over there, what's it like? And this, I said, look, first of all, you going over there with a name. Mm-hmm. I didn't go over there with the name. Yeah. So I'm in there hustling. I'm creating the opportunities and finessing situations and things like that. Being the type, and that's why people don't, when they lack vision, they didn't understand what it was, because they was trying to shit on. They was basically trying to shit on you for signing with Kevin. Yeah. Like signing with Kevin was gonna be like some foo ass situation or deal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you're able to segue that into just bigger and better, greater opportunities. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because when you went over there, you did BBC Radio. What was the festival you did?
Yo, we did because that weekend it was the Caribbean Carnival, which is like the biggest, like out of the whole UK. Mm-hmm. They're in London. They got the biggest one. It was.
They have a huge island culture there.
Over 1 million people out there, and we did I think we did like 5 shows. We did like 3 clubs. Damn. You know what I'm saying? 2 clubs in one night. And the response was fucking ridiculous. Like,
shout out to Mr. Play, that's my dog.
I ain't get a chance to leak with him, but I was trying to link with him through him. You know what I'm saying? But it was just crazy
out there.
Yo, like it was like crazy. We did a couple radio stations out there, but it was like amazing. I was like, oh shit. Like for me, it was just so surreal that I'm not out the country to go on vacation. Like my dreams took me out the country.
Yes, sir.
Like I was laying in the bed like, oh, like I'm really in motherfucking London, and I'm driving on the left side of the fucking road.
Yep. And they weird ass roundabouts and shit. Yeah, it's weird over there.
And I'm eating steak and chips. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just I'm like, yo, like, a very humbling moment and experience, because when you spend 16 years doing something that doesn't pay you a dime, and then it takes you out of your home and out of your country.
Yep. Creates these experiences for you.
Yeah, like so for me, I look at things different and I appreciate it a whole lot more. Right. Because it just took me so long to get to this point. So I just look at shit from a whole nother fucking view. And I'm like, oh shit. So when I have conversations with him, because I know he done been there, you know what I'm saying? And I be trying to soak up game from him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, so what the fuck is this shit like? What's popping over here? Right. Like, what's this and what's that? You know what I'm saying? So me and him can actually relate with everything I'm about to experience, because he done it already. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, like I'm just looking forward to whatever's coming next, and just embracing whatever's coming my way, embracing and just take full advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? You know?
For sure, man. So we're on the set live, man. It's your man DJ 300 International. I got my man,
the Takeover, the TAY for the CHI. You dig?
And we got my man
DJ Exhale.
It is.
Gotta get him every
best,
time.
It's the best one, man. It's the best tagline in the game.
Yo, we had a pleasure of hanging out and talking to my man Cashe, and we want to wish you the best of luck.
Oh man, thank you,
Real
you,
talk.
man.
And as soon as anything's happening, man, let us know, man.
For sure, man.
We'll have you back. And
shit, I'm gonna start popping up on y'all, man.
Pull up,
just hey man, cool. We got a round table. It's coming soon. It's coming real soon.
Yeah.
We'll announce. We're probably gonna announce the date towards the end of the month.
Okay.
Yeah. And we'd love to do a round table with some artists. I'm here.
Put a couple people and we're gonna talk about a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with it.
It's not just gonna be limited to just music. We want to really dive into some things. You
I'm
feel
with
me?
it. Shit, just let me know if I'm here. I'm
Yeah,
with
man.
it.
Good
I'm
word,
with it.
man.
I'm
You
with
got
it.
anything you want to plug otherwise?
Everybody go get the single. It's out right now. Ring the Alarm is on all digital platforms.
Fire.
Ring the Alarm. You can stream it. You can download it.
Fire.
It's on my SoundCloud too. My SoundCloud is also I Am Cashe. Instagram me right now. Follow me. I Am Cashe. IAMCASHE. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Get the record. I just dropped that luxury rap video.
Yes, sir.
I got the link on my bio. You can check that out. You know what I'm saying? And I got some more shit coming for y'all, man. We working.
Hell yeah. So, like you guys know, man, Ring the Alarm is on every platform right now. Go get it. Go
Sound
download
killer,
it.
sound killer.
Sound killer.
It's a big tune. My man Cashe featuring Kevin Little. It's a big song, man. I need that. You know what I mean? ASAP.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? We gonna burn that thing to the flow. Yeah, we've been talking to my man Cashe, you know, getting to know him. Now you're familiar. One last time, man. Give them let them know where they can find you.
Yo, y'all can go find me on Instagram at IAMCASHE. That's I Am Cashe. You can find me on Twitter at _ I Am Cashe. You can follow my SoundCloud. I Am Cashe. Yeah, man, just Google I Am Cashe. You know what I'm saying? And Ring the Alarm is out right now on every digital platform. Go get it. Go support it. Go stream it. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them records, and I got some more stuff coming for y'all. You know, the album is done, by the way.
That's what's up, man.
Cashe album done, by the way.
Cashe album done, by the way.
I salute you, man. Thanks for coming, bro. It was a pleasure having you, man.
Thank you.
Anytime you want to come through, come by. This is your home. You know what I mean?
Yo, as a matter of fact, here's what we're gonna do. When my vodka deal final, I'm bringing the vodka here.
Hey, that's what I like to hear.
How soon can we close that deal, man?
Yo, I'm gonna bring the vodka.
We
here,
should
and we
have
gonna crack it
a
open.
party for him.
Yeah.
That should be something, man. We should do.
Shit, we
Yeah,
can invite
we
some
do.
people, man. Whatever, man.
We'll figure it out, make it happen.
Yeah, we're gonna
Think
make it
it's
happen,
something
man. I'm
we
gonna bring
Yeah,
some
we do a little
bottles.
something,
can
something.
figure it out.
Facilitate that.
Yeah.
Facilitate that.
Know some people, you know some people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know some people.
No names, no names.
Hell yeah. You know,
what's up.
Boy, that's dope, man.
Yo, I appreciate you guys listening out there. Don't forget, we're dropping episodes Mondays and Thursdays.
Yes, sir.
8 a.m. Eastern time. So you guys make sure to subscribe to everything. YouTube.
SoundCloud, Podbean, iTunes, Google Music,
Yep.
all releasing soon.
All of that.
Spotify in the next few days as well.
All of that.
We're in the works. Everything's in the works. It's a new podcast, On The Set Live. You already know. On The Set Live. All social media platforms.
Yes, sir.
We're out this motherfucker, man.
Peace.
Let's go.